set your OBS to 1080p, right? I think we did at one point. Anyways, whatever. Welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna the Guden Country. Except we're not in Torna the Guden Country. We're in... Look at Mithra. She's so fucking adorable and pouty. She's adorably pouty. Oh, and then Bridget just made the flamey flames.
Nice.
Well, anyways, we're not in Torna. We're on Gormott, and there's a green barrel here.
So it's Gormott, the something country.
The green?
What have we got here?
Gormott is known for being very, very nature-y. Oh, another green barrel. How did I miss all these green? Oh, probably because when I got here, I was more focused on doing story stuff than actually, like, exploring the area to find all these green barrels I missed. The quest I have for the 100 green barrels and the pollen orbs within is...
What have we got here?
It's one of those... You know those side quests that you get, like, near the beginning of the game, but then it takes you to, like, near the end of the game to complete?
Uh-huh.
It's one of the... It's almost kind of like that one quest from the first game, where, like, you have to get 2 female characters to be best of friends. Although that doesn't take you to the end of the game to complete. That just takes you till you have 2 female characters in your party.
Right.
And then you can fast-track them to becoming friends with
what have we got here?
Gifts and stuff. Puzzle Tree Wood. You know, I used to misread Puzzle Tree Wood as Pretzel Tree Wood.
Pretzel Tree Wood.
I mean, the name makes about as much sense to me.
I'm fighting a boss all over again.
You're mine now. Don't have to tell.
You're mine now, except you're not. I keep pressing that button. You know, it's not just the fact that Xenoblade 1 uses the X button to go into the menu. It's also the fact that most RPGs in general like to use whatever the top button is on the controller to go into the menu.
Huh.
That's just an RPG thing. I think it started with the Super Nintendo Final Fantasy games, and it just became a staple of the genre. It's in all of the Super Nintendo Final Fantasies. It's in all the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasies. It's in games that aren't called Final Fantasy. Like, I've been playing Legend of the Dragoon recently, just on my own time. That is a game I will Let's Play at some point in the future. I don't know when, but it's something I plan on to... I probably shouldn't say that, because then people will think it'll be like the next thing I do, even though it's not, and they won't listen to a damn word I say.
Something tells me you're talking about a specific person in our Discord server.
I'm not even talking about him in particular. I mean just people in general act that way. You say, like, oh, this is a thing that I want to do, and they immediately think, oh, that's the next thing you're doing, right? And he's like, no, I didn't say that. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Oh, whoops. But yeah, even that game uses, like, the triangle button, which is the top button on a PlayStation controller, for those who don't know, as the, as its,
Cooking is naturally learned by doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Defeat Salsaurus Teos at the Serene Springside in Gormott. Collect stuff, okay? Defeat a Duma Flamami at the in Gormott. A lot of defeat things in Gormott. Succeed a button challenge during battle. Use Mithra's favorite pouch items. Dessert category. Use terminal flash. Defeat a pinch bunnet in Ordania Great Plains. In Gormott, use Twilight Striker. A lot of defeat things in Gormott. Use Hail Strike. Defeat an Aragul in the Great Plains in Gormott. But yeah, actually having to press start to go to this menu feels weird when so many RPGs actually don't do that.
What have we got here?
Cast Crabble. Okay, all the enemies around here are like way out of my league. I do like the fact that I can target an enemy and see what their level is and be like, I am staying the fuck away from you.
What have we got here?
Pretty wildflowers. It's swimming time!
Swim, swim, swim!
Swim, swim, a la bim. Cooley Lake!
Cooley!
I'm probably mispronouncing that. I don't care.
This takes me back.
Moonbeam Banana. Hot Orange.
What have we got here?
You gotta love the names of some of these items. Moonbeam Banana.
Like, what the hell is that?
This takes me
I don't
back.
know, but it sounds delicious. Everyman Cicada?
What the fuck?
Ah, one of the flammies that I need to fighty.
I hope you're all ready for this.
It pays to be cautious.
Snowblast. Like that's looking good, isn't it? Round Let's do it then. Oh God!
It's Mithra time!
According to the locals, the horrors come out at night here.
You mean ghosts? It's fine. Just let me at them and watch them run.
I too will let none oppose us, whether they hail from this world or the next.
Actually, I was talking about tough enemies. Sorry to disappoint. I hope you're all ready for this.
Let's keep it short, Master Adam.
Keep it short!
Thanks for that.
Some of their dialogue actually changes depending on who is.
Looking good.
Just
That's nice.
Allow me.
You're wide open.
Anyways, Team Adam is the DPS team of this game. Just remember, the tank, the healer, and the damage dealer is the golden trio of any RPG.
The tank, the healer, and the damage dealer.
The tank, the healer, the damage dealer. The tank, the healer, the damage dealer.
No match for us.
A little conversation can be nice, but it breeds complacency.
I hope you're all ready for this.
Stay focused.
You went into the water and stopped my fighting.
Rising up. You see it? I pictured mines at ease.
How about this?
Star Slab. Save me. I'll attack on your mark. I
Good.
Xenoblade.
Photon Edge!
Stop us now.
Jin, your fury is certainly something to behold.
My fury? What are you trying to say, exactly?
I mean, I'm just glad I'm not your enemy.
I'm not sure how to take it, coming from you.
What have we got here?
I did it again. I keep fucking pressing the wrong damn button to go into the thing.
Wow.
Is hail strength? Collect stuff. I just need to defeat one more of these stupid flamingo birds. As opposed to flamingos that aren't birds.
This takes me back.
Listen to the sound of my voice.
I will do that. I will listen to the sound of your voice. Listen to the sound
What
of
have we
my
got
voice. Oh
Someone's pleased to see us. Yeah.
yeah! Alright, you Reed Chronicles. You pick the fight. You get my... I'm working on it.
I shall drive them away
wide open.
personally. Let me show you right now what I can do.
Sure thing. Scatter.
How about
You've been lightning busted. Actually, you were dead before that even happened.
What have we got here?
But I did it again! Stop doing that, me! It's like it's just instinct. I don't even know why this game in particular, like, did that. When the first game
It's
Didn't.
all so very fascinating.
The first game didn't do it, though. Xenoblade 3, if you fucking do this to me, I'm gonna cry. Come to think of it, Xenoblade X also does that, where you press start to go into the
And
menu.
here I thought we were being inconspicuous.
And here I thought we were being inconspicuous.
Rising up. Yeah. My friends, put your minds at ease.
looking good?
You're wide open. Looks like we've got a rhythm going.
Anyways, if I do this, it looks like there's a side quest over here. But it's probably... It probably want me to kill enemies that I can't handle. Because the side quest is in an area surrounded by enemies that I currently can't handle.
Wow.
So, I'm just going to ignore that for the time being.
What do we got here?
Nature makes a fine ally.
Oh, that's right. I remember what I was doing now. No, wait. That's right. She acquired botany level 1, that's right.
Someone's pleased to see us.
Espina Ferris Bueller!
Yeah. Bueller. Bueller.
Roar!
And present.
My thanks.
Yes.
There's more where that came from! I love Adam. How could you not love Adam? You'd have to be some sort of illogical Adam hater.
Okay, now let's put Adam and Ricky in the same room together.
Oh god, that would be amazing and hilarious.
Yeah.
Breaking wave. You're wide open. Star slash. Midnight mist.
Le Coot Ferris.
I'll attack on your mark. Go ahead.
Let me magnify that. How about this?
Your Majesty, I congratulate you on your rousing success. If I have succeeded, it is only because I fight shoulder to shoulder with the greatest heroes I have ever known. Your Majesty, you're so modest. Are those tears?
I love
that
these.
was a long one.
I love these guys. Trust has gained a
Think of
trust.
the possibilities.
Possibilities.
Never ending. They need to port that game to PC.
Yeah. Yeah, when Carrie and I have been pretty much drawing a lot together, and whenever we draw, we bring up a watch together page, and we just play music. My turn! I want this Sonic song. And then Jim goes, my turn, I want this Sonic song.
Going well.
Oh, I was watching a video review the other day, and I heard Mystic Mansion from Sonic Heroes in the background.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, we're playing Sonic Heroes.
Let me magnify that.
Star slash is our strength.
Oh, not exactly a song, more like playing that level. Probably gonna try to live stream on Mondays and Thursdays.
Okay.
We cannot slow down. When that kills
To finish writing out the thing that it's the thing I write dreading most. A script. I just don't like writing scripts.
Although I will say, writing scripts can make your video quality much better than just. Some people can kind of go off the cuff, others can't.
Let me magnify that.
Like, I remember Angry Joe was talking to Spoonie, or like, actually, when they were talking, it was like, Spoonie was like, Angry Joe doesn't use a script. He kind of just has a list of things and goes. Where Swing's like, I could not do that.
Stand ready.
Like, yeah, I can't do that.
We won't be losing any sleep over that battle.
Well, that wasn't anything to write home about.
Dear Mom, this sucks. The end.
Dear Mom, this sucks. Yeah.
I told you not to write home about it.
Fine. I got your back.
Block an attack. She has got your back when you block the attack. I love being able to change the character that I'm playing as at a whim.
Yeah.
And even though I can't change which team that I'm currently using in the middle of battle, I can at least change the character within the team. And when I change the character within the team, whether I'm changing to the driver or one of their two blades, or switching the blade while I'm currently playing as the blade, they come out with all of their arts fully loaded.
Yeah. That's, you know, it kind of reminds me how in Arceus, you don't have to go into a damn menu to change
Enjoy this.
which Pokemon comes out first. I press the shoulder button, done.
Good luck.
Oh yeah,
Looking
this game, I press the shoulder button, done.
Yeah. Like, I gotta say, even though that they've already confirmed that, you know, Scarlet and Violet are like gonna be open world like Arceus, I am still a little concerned the fact that it was being developed at the same time. I'm like, there were a lot of really nice things that Arceus added that I'm hoping for in this one too.
You want Arceus to become like the new standard for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Waiting for your goal. Sounds good. Round cutter. Snow blast.
It's like, I think one of the reasons why people were so surprised that they announced a new game was just like, okay, well, they're gonna bring out Arceus, see what people think of it, and never mind, they're just bringing out the next games in their open. Okay.
Maybe that was their plan from the start, but they wanted to put Arceus out first to kind of not to gauge public perception, but just to get people used to the idea.
You know, I've seen a handful of, for the most part, everyone was like, this is the best
I wish
Pokemon
every
game.
victory was this
Oh
easy.
gosh, it's the best. And then I've seen a couple videos of like, I hate this. And I'm like, well, I think you're in the minority on this.
Well, you can be in the minority and still be right.
Yeah.
Like, you can be in the minority and
And here I shall be
like, sometimes people's reasons for liking or disliking something can be very, very arbitrary and dumb.
my thanks.
But seriously, I want Arceus, but finally get a handle on how trainer battles work in overworld, because they were not... They didn't exist in Sword and Shield, and they were like... In Arceus, it's like, every once in a while, hey, a cinematic's happening, maybe we should do a battle or something. You know, instead of a bunch of trainers being everywhere. Like, that's what I primarily need to see in the next Pokemon game. They need to nail trainer battles, and they have no choice because the next game's the main entry and it's open world everywhere. There's none of this. You go into a map and there's segmented open worlds. No, it's all one big place.
Maybe it's kind of like what happened with Ubisoft and when they made Tonic Trouble and Rayman 2. Where the one was kind of like the test bed for the other.
Yeah.
Where like they got even if they're being developed at the same time, maybe it's kind of like they put all of their first ideas into Arceus, and then after they, after they kind of got a handle on how things work or figured some shit out.
You know, like, I get why people are saying it's a bit too early, and I kind of agree with them. But at the same time, it doesn't take that long to beat Arceus' main campaign. Like, to get all the Pokemon, it would probably take a while, but to beat the main story, it really doesn't take too long.
It would seem I have much left to learn.
Yes, that.
Much left to learn. But I guess it's fitting we're talking about an open world game while you're playing an open world game, right?
Well, Xenoblade isn't exactly an open world game.
Oh yeah, you're
X is.
X is an open world.
Uh,
But it's kind of like, it's not, but the areas that you go into are so massively huge that it can feel like that at times. Am I getting that right?
Xenoblade 2 has the smallest areas in the franchise. Yes, this area is considered small by Xenoblade standards. Although Torna itself is actually fairly large for this game.
Would this be the equivalent of if like, if in Ocarina of Time, if like every area you went to was like the field, the big field, whatever. Like in every place you went to was that big. Is that what Xenoblade is? It's like big place. Okay, we go to this big place.
Pretty much, yes. Xenoblade 1 was more open than Xenoblade 2, but some people like complained about how big it is. Xenoblade X went more into the open world direction, but
You understand how to fight alongside me now?
Nope, no clue. I have a long way to go before I can measure up to her ladyship.
anyway, Xenoblade X went more into the open world thing, and that it is actually open world, but it allows you to move faster and then gives you giant robots.
Yeah.
Xenoblade 2, on the other hand, has you moving roughly the same speed as Xenoblade 1 and just made the areas smaller. Tell me, you finally found the uninhabited Titan? That's right. Made it there without a scratch. The map, the bard song, the Elder's legend. It was all true. You probably should plug in your tablet. I keep seeing the screen, like, flicker dark.
It's still got 75% power.
Oh, okay. I guess the screen is just fluctuating.
Maybe it's doing that because we're not doing anything with it.
Oh.
Maybe, yeah.
It was all true. I wish you could have had some of that fun after you bonded with me. No fair. Of course, back then, I had no idea that I'd be the driver of an Aegis someday. Not a clue. And I also had no idea that I'd end up with a Blade who was so hungry for experience. I mean, I prefer it when you have something interesting to say. I choose to take that as a compliment. Well, sure, it was hardly boring, discovering that legendary uninhabited Titan. The natives gave us a fine chase.
As you can see, Adam, there is nothing that you can that I cannot take.
Natives? I thought you said it was uninhabited. Well, to be precise, we didn't meet any humans there. Just some monsters of the Arachno, Antil, and Skeeter variety. Cool. And they were pretty huge specimens, too. We must have looked like an extra tempting appetizers to them.
They were like all alphas.
There were really quite a lot of them. We were lucky to get off of the Titan in one piece. If we'd gotten off in, I don't know, Bleach or something, who knows what would have happened. Although I look like I could probably be in Bleach.
Yeah.
Ah, a fine I know what the word is. My mouth doesn't want to cooperate. A fine recompense for an adventurous heart. So, your plans to build a holiday villa there came to nothing. It's more than a little tragic. Well, I mean, that wasn't the primary aim. Perhaps I didn't get a material reward, but I certainly got a spiritual reward. Things didn't work out quite so well for my playmates, though. How so? It was a kind of paradise for insects. I think I know a Skyward Sword character that would really love the place. But I heard later that it was laid to waste by someone or other.
Or a Twilight Princess character, for that matter.
The way of humans are often cruel. What's done is done. It was a time of war, and they had to find a place for some refugees. But the monsters couldn't have grasped that. They probably just saw arrogant humans wrecking their home.
It's some arrogant humans! And they're wrecking our home! Get them!
Ah, the telling of it falls hard upon my ears. Your Majesty, forgive my interruption.
You were not forgiven?
Also, forgive the fact that my voice actor sounds suspiciously a lot like Jin's, and I hardly do anything to differentiate between the two.
Oh, good grief.
But then again, that wasn't as big of a concern in the original game, where I was more of just a side character. But this appears to be the location mentioned in the report. Ah, so we're here already. The journey passed as the blinking of an eye, thanks to Adam's enchanting tales. If your servant's humble recounting was able to relieve your imperial tedium, truly the most blessed of men am I. Oh, I do wish you'd cut it out, Adam. I am not your better, and you should know it. I wouldn't be so sure of that, Hugo, old friend. Now then, Mithra, I'd really like to get your opinion on this. As the Aegis. Stick my butt out a little further.
Yeah, look at my butt. Look at my butt.
Look at her hair! It's like the physics engine doesn't know what the fuck to do. Oh, wow. We might want to turn the game down just...
Is it just because I'm going...
Oh. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this isn't Malos's handiwork. How can you come to that conclusion, Mithra? Malos's attacks would have melted the earth and turned it into glass. But whatever did this only scorched the grass. It can't have been such a high temperature. That's a very wise deduction. We are lucky to have you for an ally. I offer my apologies to you for leading you to this disappointing conclusion. Nay, Aegeon. We could not have known without further investigation. With each possibility we discard, we move all the closer to our goal. Everyone, look there. It's a big one. Indeed, we cannot let it run riot.
It's not allowed to run League of Legends.
Oh, damn it, I was thinking the same thing. Just think of the damage it could do if it got Lascam Cove, or settlement. Sorry, my voice is a little personal. Everyone, get to it!
Get to it.
Let's do it! Get to it!
Not this time.
Hurry, throw a bomb in its mouth.
Ray of punishment.
Does that count? It explodes.
Looks like we've got a rhythm going.
Looks like I got a rhythm going! Adam, is that your attempt to go? Looks like it's got a real rhythm going!
They should have a Django fight where, like, they set it up like in a Zelda game. In a Zelda game where, like, there's a Django! Like, alright, I got my trusty bomb ready, but it, like, never opens its mouth. Or its mouth isn't a weak point. And you have to find some other way to beat it. It's like, oh fuck, what?
No, you just have to find a way to force its mouth open. Like, and the Django's like, why would I open my mouth willingly?
It's like, gauntlets. And you're like, get in there!
Well, that wasn't anything to write about.
Well, that wasn't anything to...
You could. She still said it, but it went quiet.
Yeah.
That wasn't anything to. A fire-spewing monster. It's a good thing we had a Gion on hand. Perhaps it's bold of me to say, but I've dealt with worse. Well, it seems safe. It seems safe to assume that this was the cause of the burn marks. I would never have dreamed that such a foul fiend could have lain in wait so close to Torgoth. Maybe it was driven out of its original home in a territorial dispute. I've heard that it happens from time to time. Yeah, maybe. Or more likely, some humans stole or smashed up its home. We call them monsters, but to them, we're the monsters. Indeed. It must be thus. The day shall dawn where man's exploration of the Titans will bring us all to ruin.
Exploitation.
Same damn difference. Perhaps that dawn is already upon us. We can't exploit if we don't explore.
Shut up, dog.
Quiet, Goliath. Oh, listen to me. See what happens when you call the dog by its name? We're back to the religious sect of this world.
Interesting thing you've got there.
Malice, enough.
It's all right. Indal's most sacred treasure, the Aegis. It is said to be the embodiment of the Architect's light, the divine revelations our founder Maldonare received.
Really? Then... that's what I will be called too. After all, I am born of divinity, not just some reflection.
You believe yourself so strong?
Don't you?
I could cut a can with these eyebrows.
Your situation doesn't look good. Boltrick is not going to let it go.
He's not going to sing a Disney song.
And you can't hide behind the Praetor forever.
That has nothing to do with you.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here.
Stupid other mother sewed buttons in my eyes.
Here.
What is this place?
It's a very tasty secret, formerly known only to the Praetor and me. The essence of our Judician forebears, originally salvaged from the bottom of the Cloud Sea. Some of it may hail from the fabled land of Moritha.
Moritha?
Look. This here display is a diagram of what human cells are made of. And then this one here is a blade's.
Astonishingly alike.
Of course. After all, they are descended from humans, too. That in and of itself isn't too shocking.
I'm shocked!
But this...
Maybe not that shocked.
It's the same, isn't it?
Just wait.
That's a core crystal.
Exactly. A blade's core crystal contains information not only pertaining to humans. It also records schematics describing all manner of animal tissues.
You're saying blades contain detailed information of all living creatures?
Not just that. Have a look at this undeveloped part. That is from a Titan. It suggests that this particular piece may one day develop into a Titan. Isn't it mind-boggling? A message from the architect, no doubt.
From the architect?
Indeed. This is just what you were after. I wish to investigate this and learn more of what the architect has in store for this world, and perhaps claim this knowledge for our own.
Including the Praetor?
Perhaps. Isn't this in line with your own goals? Well then, I may as well help out.
Why do you have blue skin?
It's their race.
Ah, I figured.
Indolens.
Indolens.
I believe that concludes my mission. Shall we head to the flagship? Fine by me. It's a good place for us to exchange information. It's currently moored at Cam Cove. Then let's go to that cove. Then to that cove we go. I'm not saying that word again. Lasham? Is it Lasham?
Lasham? Oh, it's like the sham. Lesham. This is Lesham Cove.
It's a total sham. Power unimaginable.
Unimaginable.
Another problem solved.
Power.
Hey, if it makes my life easier.
Twilight Striker.
Good. Strike Twilight.
Are you talking about the book or the pony?
The book.
Oh, okay.
You know, that is really weird when you think about it. Her name is Twilight Sparkle. There's a book called Twilight.
Yeah. That's why. That's actually why back when why am I? Anyways, that's why back when I played Phantasy Star 3, and there's that one monster that we called, like, the Brony Giant or whatever.
Yeah.
And you said Twilight Sparkle was the best, and you're like, Twilight Sparkle is the best pony. I didn't know that that was actually the name of a pony. I thought you were making a Twilight joke.
That's kind of weird I said that. Because Fluttershy is the best one.
You would say that.
I shall continue to rely on you.
Ready to break
These things are putting up more of a fight than they look like they would.
That's because there's like a shit ton of them, and they're all ganging up on me.
Oh. Strength in numbers.
Yeah. And you notice how their damage output has been going down. Time for a dodge tank.
That's one thing I want them to change in future Pokemon games, actually. Going back to that again.
Crept up on us, it seems.
Is that, like, in Arceus,
quite magical about
you can
traveling
have
beneath the
practically
stars.
an infinite number of Pokemon attacking you at once, if you're not careful.
Yeah, but that sounds more like that's on you than the game.
Yeah, but
from the way you said
I don't want them to stop that. I think that's cool. What I want them to do is allow me to respond in kind.
Oh.
Like, if you can have a billion Pokemon attacking me, why can't I just be like, boom, 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 boom?
I've always wanted to do this.
I've always wanted to do this.
My hopes are high for this one.
Hopes are high for this one.
Anyways, from that last cutscene that was played, can you tell now that the architect is this world's god?
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember back in the first episode when they were cut to the religious sect, and you were like, I have no idea what any of this is. And I was like, well, Mark, what is the architect? I thought it was clear, but it took you a bit to... It literally took me spelling it out for you. But I feel like if you had seen that cutscene, then you would probably have gotten it. It's just I had seen a video where someone gives their like Xenoblade play order recommendations, and they had recommended playing this game after. They had recommended playing Torna the Golden Country after playing the main game first. And their reasoning for it was that this game, they don't think Torna tells you as much about the world as the main game does. And while that's true,
A convincing victory.
You kept your power in check. Nicely done.
Isn't this fun?
while Torna doesn't tell you as much about this game's world, I feel like the game actually tells you enough to get how things work. It's not as explicit as the main game is on certain things. It's not as directly explicit, but I feel like the way this game in particular goes about it is more like how the original Star Wars trilogy told you about its world, which is that it didn't really tell you much of anything directly explicitly. Characters just talked like they knew what they were talking about, like they had lived in that world for a long time, and you eventually picked up on things via context clues. You know, like exposition of a world doesn't have to be like, okay, well, this is the thing, and this is the thing, and this is the thing, and this is the thing. Exposition can literally just be like, the character's talking about a thing without explaining it directly, but you can like pick up on how they're talking
Right.
and be like,
where shall we head to next?
I did that to reload the flammies.
I won't enjoy it.
Flammies.
Flammy Ingo!
Look out!
At,
This is promising. How about
as a Baltimorean, I have to say, flamingos are a fairly recognizable bird over here. You know, this Baltimore has a lot of like things that relate to birds.
Yeah, Orioles, Ravens. There's other birds.
Well, I mean, Oriole is our state bird.
Yeah.
That's why the baseball team is named that. Ravens are literally named because of Edgar Allan Poe.
Can't afford to fall behind.
Good. This should be good.
Good. This should be good. Great. This should be great.
Honestly, if Baltimore were to get a basketball team again, and I don't even care about sports ball, to be perfectly honest with you, but this is something that has gone through my head, and this is mostly because of, I think, the Flamingo Cafe or whatever, which is a very recognizable. I think it's an iconic place in Baltimore. It used to be. I don't know. I'm probably old.
And now you're just making me wonder what are our other sports teams outside of baseball and football, because those are the main two I know.
We don't have any other sports teams.
Oh, good grief.
We used to have a basketball team. Now they're the Washington Wizards. But they used to be the Baltimore Bullets, I believe. A lot of bees in there.
And no birds.
But I was thinking, you know what? If we were to get a basketball team again, why not just call them the Flamingos? I don't know. They're long birds, right? Over affectionate Murph.
Where did they come up with this shit?
Oh, it's a unique monster.
Don't go overboard, all right?
You better set a good example for me, Adam.
It's like, oh, look at you. You guys are just so cute. I could just hug you to death. Then you over-affectionate Murph. Let me just wrap my wings and talons around you.
It's ice element, which means that it's weak to wind.
Give old Murphy a kiss. I promise I won't bite your head off. Over-affectionate Murphy.
Isn't that like frog thing in Rayman called Murphy?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you gotta get the Rayman at some point, don't we?
Uh-oh, it's awakened.
Uh-oh. Hugo!
You can't just lie down here.
I'm fighting. Star Slash.
This cannot continue.
Just give me the signal.
Oh boy.
Magnify that for you. I refuse to call. How about this?
Gosh, it's like us playing Scott Pilgrim on hard.
Enough is enough. You're wide open.
But the power of the Aegis knows no bounds.
This is not the end.
Without the power.
I am here, poised and ready.
So.
How about this?
Oh, without Hayes in the team, we managed to still get it down to half health. And Hayes is what this thing. Hayes is wind element, which is what this thing's weak to. And she has healing.
We're not done yet. That strength. Incredible.
Yeah, I'll try again when I have Hayes in the party.
Dang it, over affectionate Murph.
Power rises within me.
I have the power rises within me.
Yeah, these are usually gained from using their special moves a lot. So, even if you use the special move in a battle that you lose, it still counts.
Right.
How long is this recording?
56 minutes.
Alright, well, let's get to the ship, and also there's a bunch of side quests all clustered up at the port, and it's raining and thundering. Good thing this isn't Breath of the Wild or Adam's sword right there would be going.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And here I thought we were being inconspicuous.
I hope they do. I hope there's something we can actually do to improve climbing wet surfaces in Breath of the Wild 2.
Look out!
You saved me.
Looking good.
Every time it rains, I'm like, oh, here we go.
How about this? Allow me your
Dude,
wide open.
the Sneasler mount in Arceus, it's like, oh my gosh.
Sneasler?
Yeah, it's a new Pokemon called evolution for Sneasel called Sneasler.
Oh, does it look better than Weavile? Oh wait, Sneasler?
Yes, it does look better than Weavile because it doesn't have the stupid head thing. What's it called?
Plume?
Whatever it's called. But yeah, it's just got, it's just got the same thing that Sneasel has, the feather whatever.
The feather whatever?
The feather whatever.
The feather whatever. Crow-Gang, Crackerjack Blade. This is Roly-Poly's blade.
Does he have a prize for us at the bottom of the box?
Yes.
Cool.
Name's Crow-Gang the Blade. My driver looks like an overgrown furball, but he's really a seasoned merc. A real hard nut. Thing is, I think he's gone in over his head this time. The job's too much for him to handle. So we've been looking around for drivers with a good track record who'd be able to join him. I can tell just by looking at you folks that you aren't. I can tell by looking that you folks aren't some lousy Sunday drivers.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
You must have seen real combat. Interested? But first, I want to test how you measure up in a fight. As for the rules, let's have you pull off a second stage blade combo. Say about 5 times. Doesn't matter which elements you use, just do any special, and then any other that's level 2 or above 5 times. So you don't even have to actually finish the blade combo. And obviously, since you can rely on your allies for linking the specials, you might want to try to mix it up. The place, time, and targets, up to you. I just want to know if your blade combos are up to scratch. I may look like a meathead, but I know my ether. You look more metal to me. I can feel some I can feel someone of your power level pull off a special wherever you are. It's like Dragon Ball. I can feel your power level.
I can sense it.
Unless you're an android. Or cyborg?
Yeah, cyborg.
Well, the first two were actually androids.
And why does that girl keep crouching down? What are you looking at?
Impressive size. Anyway, I've talked long enough. Hope you got what it takes. Blade coaching!
In troubled times, we help each other.
Hitting the enemy with a special begins a blade combo. Blade combo consists of 3 stages, and finishing it requires you to move through them in order. The first, second, and third stage of a blade combo requires you to hit the enemy with specials that's at least levels 1, 2, and 3, respectively, to link them up. You can also link up other team specials. When a team can use a special, a combo request will appear on the screen for you to give the order. Think carefully. You can continue a blade combo all the way to stage 3 with specials of any element, as long as you keep the level requirements, but there are some fixed routes. The critical routes number 16 in total, and they're composed of a particular sequence of elements. For example, one such route is Fire, Fire, Light. A finished critical route will trigger a special animation and cause damage, so be on the lookout for the 15 other 15 special element sequences. I think they already gave us this tutorial. Yeah, this guy, Roly Poly. Whoops. This is his blade.
Yeah. But, oh my gosh. You know how I was saying in...
Yes. Keep going, no one's talking.
But, you know how I was saying that when it puts the character there, it looks like the Lego games?
Right. So it was the Cian forces that ravaged this area.
Yes. Many troops remained here with no orders after Malos sank their homeland. We're doing our best to disarm them, but... well, you've seen the village. Sadly, it's happened more than once.
The powers that be bicker among themselves, ignoring the larger danger.
And right now, that is the one thing we cannot afford.
What is that?
I will go take a look.
So about the Lego games, never mind.
Incidentally, how has Torna been faring?
I'd like to tell you that the people bask in the peace of His Majesty's rule. But I'm afraid that would be a lie.
Same as everywhere else then, yes?
Torna has not escaped Malos's rampage unscathed.
If that is so, allow me to offer you the Imperial Army's assistance in this time of...
Don't worry about it. This is exactly the reason why Indol entrusted her to me.
Ah, so you came. The future king of Torna. I'm glad I thought to send a messenger.
King, don't joke about it. Rumors like that could cause trouble at home.
I am merely a quester. I hold no such influence.
I quested today, but tomorrow?
The core's color is different. And she's a woman, too. Quite lovely indeed. Malos was all brawn and brutish strength.
You worry?
No, quite the contrary. Everybody knows a blade's appearance bears no relation to their power. You could be the heroine of our resistance.
No, I won't be anyone's anything.
That's fine now. I have only one thing to ask of you.
Why do you have the Xbox logo?
To rectify the mistake I made and erase Malos from the face of the world.
So that's why the returning hero, pacifier of the Borderlands, was really just...
Never before has a blade broken free and rampaged like this. I can see why Indal would prefer to keep it quiet. They're even routing support to the militia through Argentum for deniability.
And then towards you.
I'm just some princeling. Me.
Surely, if you defeat Malos, your cover will be blown.
If indeed. But we're not in it for the glory, are we? When we're done, I'll just plow my fields in peace.
Your Majesty, some of our troops have returned to base, but...
Is something wrong?
They're all reporting something strange.
In the neighborhood.
A marauding group of routed mercenaries, trying to avoid any attention.
Just remnants, That is strange. There's not much around here for them, in the way of paid work or opportunities for looting.
As your Majesty commanded, our men did not engage. We confirmed their bearing, then withdrew.
And? Where were they going?
The village outskirts.
But why there? There's nothing but graveyards.
What the?
Oh no.
At first, I thought to take it. But I'd made it for her, and I'd like her to keep it forever.
So, the bitch is dead, is she? Shame. I had a soft spot for her.
Oh gosh, that's a lot.
Ha! Guess you learned how to use a weapon at least. Big change from a tiny kid trying not to piss herself in fear.
You're... No! Gort.
You remember me? How touching.
A face that ugly, I couldn't forget. Trust me, I tried.
Harsh.
What do you want? Not that I can't imagine.
I'm here to take back what's mine, kid. But before that, I'll take a bit of time to express my gratitude to you. It ain't gonna be pretty or quick. Then I'll make that blade watch as I cut you into little sticky chunks, just to make sure the last thing he feels is complete despair.
I'll hold them up. You get to the others quickly.
No use. Hayes, he knew about you. He brought no blades, just more mercs.
Exactly. Don't worry. I'm gonna treat you real good before I get to the cutting.
Now, you were saying about Legos.
Yeah, like... I was saying that, like, what if... in this, how crazy would it be if instead of it being like, oh, you know this character, here's information on them, or whatever, if it actually did work like Legos. Where it's like, okay, and now I can just play as this random NPC. That would lead to some pretty crazy characters you could play as, right?
Well there, you're not so tough there. Hit him around,
We can do it if we work together.
We can do it if we really try.
Alright, Gort. Laura's team is the closest thing you have to a healing team.
You're dead, Gormott! Hey now!
Right on target.
Let's get rid of your entourage.
Antipathetic.
Sorry, but no.
Scurvy Curtis. Arr, it's Scurvy Curtis. And he's dead. What happened to all my men?
They're dead, Jim.
How did I know you were going to say that? I'd say you're doing a pretty good job against... Okay, yeah.
Gort is going down.
You're starting to piss me off. Oi! Surround them so they don't get away!
My lady, you have to go.
It's all right. He's here.
I'm here!
I am here.
You bastard! No! Ah!
I lose more arms that way.
We are done for! The cross!
Run away! Run away!
There is no escape for you, scum.
Had enough. What's next then? Right leg? Or the left? Or how about...
Oh, I thought he was going to point to his dick.
Really?
Enough. That's enough, Jin. Just leave him. For my sake.
I'll be back with a more badass arm. You just wait and see.
This game has more de-arming scenes than Disney Star Wars.
Yeah. Come on, guys. That was a damn thing.
So you let him go? Even without his arms, he may cause you more trouble one day.
I didn't want to end it here. He might deserve it, but he did take care of my mother, so... Let's go back. I suppose I can bring myself to step foot on this flagship after all.
Yeah, if you did, you wouldn't have been attacked by that asshole.
Yeah, her feelings towards him are complicated.
My arms! My arms!
I gotta replace them with springs or ribbons or something.
Bastards! I'm gonna kill them! Every last one of them! Ah! Huh? The hell are you? Stop it!
Make us. What are you gonna do, armless boy?
Yes, now sew buttons into his eyes.
Hey, look, we got the closest thing to a healing team back.
Yay! Laura's back.
Guess who's back? Back again. Laura's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Laura's back. Well, we also have Hayes back. It's more important.
Yeah.
And just like that, all the nightmares wash away.
I wonder what's in store for us today.
Team Laura is kind of an all-around team, but she is the closest thing we have to a healer, because our Hungry Snake can drop potions, and Hayes can heal directly. Jin can't heal directly, but he can, if after Laura uses Hungry Snake to break enemies, Jin can then topple them with his tag-in art, and if an enemy gets toppled, they drop even more potions. So, like I said, closest thing we have to healing.
Yeah. Well, it's not bullets, but it'll have to do.
Oh, it's better than bullets. At least from a gameplay standpoint. Now that we got our full team back, and we have Wind Element, which is strong against Ice Element for some reason. I really hate it when games operate on elemental opposites. I just think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I actually like the way Pokemon gets this rep for, like, being a super simplistic game, and it is. Don't get me wrong, but the elemental charts are actually more in-depth than most other RPGs. Because most other RPGs, it's literally, this is an opposite of that, so the opposites are good against each other. So now let's see what we can do against over-affectionate Murphy. No, my mom once accidentally called Moofy Murphy.
Murphy.
You're doing well. This is the way.
Wherever he was out there.
Ready to unleash an elemental attack.
You're wide open.
Let me magnify that for you.
I can see their power from
Figure we get a cat that doesn't know where to ask to come inside the damn house.
I'll give you a hand.
the enemy.
Wind of Healing.
Let me magnify that for you.
Hooray! The fun is unlocked. Oh, nice shot of your gyrating butt. Good job.
Great. You're wide open. Midnight Mist.
Want me to handle it? I'm charged and ready. Yeah.
Breaking wave. Get out.
Ray of punishment.
Great game.
Oh good, you brought more friends for me to kill. I mean hug.
Come, Wind of Heal, I'll give you a hand. Let me magnify that for you.
Healing red.
It's Murphin time.
Dance, dance, dance.
Bird. That's it.
Bird.
Wait, it's Dinosaur? Is that the name? That's a name. I think that's a name of what is it, Ninja's name?
Oh, well, that was the attack he was using.
But yeah, I think one of the Power Rangers shows is called Dino something.
Use this power for the glory of Mordain.
Anyways, I just kicked that guy's ass!
Nice riff.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like the closest thing this game has to like a victory theme. You know, like the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Unlike Xenoblade 1, where if I need to fight the named monster again, I have to like wait for it to respawn. In this game, once you defeat a unique monster, you get a named tombstone that you can come up here and just be like, "Do you want to fight it again?"
Huh. There were 2 Power Ranger shows, Dino named. One was called Dino Charge, and the other was called Dino Thunder. Okay.
There was no dinos in the Rift.
Yep.
I love being able to just switch which character I'm playing as pretty much on the fly.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing Devil May Cry 3, but with characters. Well, here we are. Welcome aboard, my honored guests. It's funny, I was expecting it to be all glitz and glamour. Halls of gold, diamond chandeliers, and all that. But there's nothing like that. I like this much better. There's something like that here. It all depends on the country. Some of the nobility like to travel in style, and believe me, they don't go halfway. Mordain, on the other hand, is a military state. They take a more pragmatic approach. Just as their emperor must be a masterful driver, so must my brain is like my throat is getting. My brain is like doesn't want to read this sentence. So must their diplomatic vessels be armed for war. This is the Ardanian way. So long as his mission is not a covert one, every flagship under our command must be a throne I may ascend. And if the leader is the first to fall, what then? Jin? It's alright, Laura. He makes a valid point. That is precisely why Aegeon and Bridget are the jewels of the Empire have been bestowed upon me. Your Majesty! We will do everything in our power to protect you, Your Majesty, even at the cost of our lives. I am blessed to have such loyal companions.
Spin, 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 spin!
Your Majesty! We have urgent news! His Majesty is currently entertaining guests. I would entreat you not to incur his displeasure. Oh! But apologies, Your Majesty. It's alright. I trust this is news of special importance. Please give us your tidings. Of course, Your Majesty. As you know, we've applied stricter regulations to our scout patrols in light of the recent tragedy at Torgoth. Dang on it. Like, my body wants to burp today.
What the heck?
Well, one of our patrols happened upon a young Gormott near the camp at Sijel Fall, but they lost track of him. So, you think he might be a survivor? We believe so. We can send out further patrols immediately if His Majesty assents. Assents?
Assents? Yeah.
It was Assents. Assent.
Yeah,
assents. If His Majesty assent. I originally read it as assists because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whatever. Bridget's boobs are in the camera, so all is good. I see. I'm sorry that we had to keep you waiting. Please, go ahead. Yes, Your Majesty. I would like for our country to shelter as many refugees as falls within our means. I do hope he can be found quickly. Wait, we should go with them. What for? The army's not exactly short-staffed. He's just a kid. He'll be scared witless of the soldiers. Of course he's going to run away. Laura's got a point. Very well. Let's head out. We would do well to make haste before he strays any farther or failed. Thanks, guys. You're such a bunch of do-gooders. It's gonna land us in more trouble someday. Where has the boy gone?
We'd be
Received.
more than happy to assist.
Anyways, that's gonna have to be it for this episode.
Okay, let's see you guys next time for more Xenoblade!
Torna the Golden Country! Featuring Gormott.
Featuring Gormott. Bye.